Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's me and baby boy honey. Mostly just me today. I'm talking about my hair. So I've been waiting to film this video for a while. As you can see, what I'm going to be putting up on the screen showing you, I've been wanting a human hair wig forever. I've been talking about it, and of course, with getting my human hair wig means somebody who needs to install it. And of course, knowing me, my whole entire experience was like kind of botched, unfortunately, but we're gonna get into it. So the wig that I have on now has been since May 28th. This is how long I've had it on for. I've had one kind of like touch up, which we're gonna talk about. And I'm going to show you also what it looked like originally when I first had it put on, and all your questions and everything, and kind of, like I said, a little bit of a story time about it. But basically this wig was from a website because I've been going in person and I just feel like looking at them in person, I have a small head and I feel like, yes, like getting in person and shopping is probably a better aspect than buying online, but online I have found smaller wig caps. I can't remember honestly the name of the place. I'm gonna put it up on the screen now where I went, and I love their presentation. I love how it came in the box and everything, and the stylist I went to recommended their wigs. She said she had worn them herself, so I was like, okay, then this should be good. I bought my wig in February. I measured it out. I did everything I was supposed to do with it from what she told me, but she was like very weird with answering my texts. It would be like every so often, and I didn't obviously want to bother this person, but also I need to know, like, are you doing this for sure for me? Because I can't have someone saying they're doing it after paying all this money for it, and then I don't have a reliable source to put the wig onto my head. So our messages were very like delayed. I had the wig, like I said, since February, so I've had it for a while, just like sitting and waiting for my trip and my birthday. So the end of May obviously came. I went to get it done, and it was the quickest install I've ever had in my life. Even the day before, when I was just trying to confirm that I was going to be there and she was going to be at the salon, because we were thinking maybe with the timing so I could also get to work and not have to take a day off, that like I would go to her house, but I was a little uncomfortable about that. But I confirmed everything, and then she asked me to Zelle her money, which it was Apple Pay, but I do think that's a little weird, just because if you work at the salon, you should have everything there. Like, I shouldn't be sending you extra money over what I thought it was going to be, but I did anyways, because I needed it installed. And honestly, I thought maybe that was just like normal at her salon. Maybe she just didn't have all the supplies. I don't know. But also thinking back, got to be jealous on $20. So there you go right there. So I go in person. It's a half hour, and I have video from when I came home because I filmed a YouTube video and it looked good, but the whole back was like basically like out. So like the middle was completely out, and before I left, these sides were completely out. So I asked her, could you at least do the left and the right and just keep the middle loose, I guess? And she was saying there's like nothing to attach it to, the string, but I'm telling you, I ordered the right size. Me and my boyfriend measured my head. Like, it should have been fine. So I had her do the left and the right side, and something was just telling me also to bring glue with me. I had the exact same spray glue that she had. I actually found it on TikTok. That's why I started using it. And she said, you know, it should be good. I don't need to bring spray glue, nothing. Maybe some, if anything, gel for the top, but that's gel. That has nothing to do with like actual like beauty hair stuff, which again, because I've had installs before, I have already had. So I brought it just to be sure, and then I obviously have pictures and stuff. I went to lay down the night before in Jersey, where I was going to be leaving from, and it popped on my right side. So it's completely, as you can see, out and opened. So for the whole trip, I kind of was just taking this, weaving down and attaching it onto the side of my neck, which was really making a lot of irritation on the back of the neck, which I still have. I've been putting some of my medicated acne medicine on it just to try to get it to chill out. So that was like a whole issue. So I immediately texted her, and she was just like, oh yeah, it'll stay, it'll hold, it'll be fine. And it's just like, this is open and I'm going, one, in a place that's like Caribbean. It's gonna be warm. The temperatures are gonna be more humid. So I'm not sure like what the logic was, or she was just trying to make me feel better, but I was like pretty upset about it. So I kind of just wore a visor the next day so I could keep it secure against my neck so you couldn't tell that it was loose. And obviously like the trip was fine. I would tie my hair back, like we got through it as you could see, but it was just very disappointing. So in a situation like this, in my head I'm like, maybe I should text her again, but I always just felt like a bother reaching out to this individual. And at this point I also felt like if I reach out and she gives me a hard time, what if I have to pay again? Like, I don't have money for any of this. I set this money aside, what exactly it was going to be so I could do this for myself. So like I said, the whole thing was just so freaking disappointing, especially when I did this for my alopecia. So I called immediately when I got back into the States and let the manager know, and a lot of red flags she raised on the phone to me, and was wondering if I can come like same day after coming in, which obviously after coming in from like the boat and like the traveling and the taxis, like I just wanted to rest. Especially if you don't know me and you're new to my channel, I am disabled. Hi, how are you? And my battery likes to just go out immediately, so I was just like, this is not gonna work for me. But also, if I'm in my brain, if I'm telling somebody that I have an issue and they're trying to resolve it for me right away, I need to go. So I went. As you can imagine, it was insanely awkward, and you could tell she had just told her when she came in for her shift, and the whole time she was just kind of like, why didn't you contact me? You could have just contacted me and told me. I'll stand good for this. You could. And I'm just like, I don't, like, this is so uncomfortable. Just like, can we just sit in silence? That would be better than anything at this point. Because I just wanted my hair fixed. So they ripped the top out and redid it. Now this was Saturday, filming this. It's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. And they re-secured, as you can see, the whole back, which is great because before I couldn't even wear like a ponytail. So because of them fixing the install, I will say this side, I've been putting pins. Sorry, my air just kicked on, which it literally felt like for 5 hours. Anyways, I have pins up in here because when she redid my install, this was not like flush to my head, and I don't know why. Like the wig cap, like you can feel it has lumps, it has inconsistencies in it. So I've been taking pins and pushing it down, using gel, using heat, like whatever I possibly can. I ended up deciding to include, because I had it, kind of like a speed by of how I'm doing my hair. Now, it doesn't necessarily take me too long, but it does have like a process that I've been doing every day. So I bring my straightener out so I can get some heat onto the bottom so it's not so like wavy unless I want it to be. And then I'll usually just go through with some kind of spray, either my one that I have that I'm using right now for wigs, or I'll just use a dry shampoo. And if you can tell already, just the volume that this little spray that's like $5 at the hair store is giving it, then I just go through, brush it all completely, and then I add some heat like I mentioned to it. I also gel the top, which I just take like a little dime size amount of gel, and I kind of just add it to the top of my front of my head, and then the backs, just like at root to like middle base, just to keep it all uniform. And then sometimes I'll even just brush through the top a little bit more, just so it's not too hard as a rock at the top, but it's like smooth and pliable enough that it's just keeping my hair the way I need it. I also have in the back of this one, as you've seen the pictures and what I showed you, I had a band on the inside and a brush. At first those were like super tight to get used to, but you get used to them really quickly, honestly. So I was just adjusting my brush into the back of it. And like I mentioned too, you can kind of see at the top where the hair is pushing up on some sides, but like I said, I've been securing that down with bobby pins. And then also, she didn't cut around my ears before. This was like covering this, and there was a lot of irritation. I guess the manager and she seen, so they ended up doing that. But for the most part, I'm able to put my glasses on comfortably. I would like to get this probably to stretch maybe till the end of June. We'll see what happens with that. And I guess with proper maintenance, this can stay up to 2 years, which is great. And I love that because I don't have all the money in the world to get another one. And hopefully my alopecia, since I'm not taking the medicine that causes it anymore, it should get better. But I wanted to kind of just give a formal review and just kind of how the process went, because I wasn't expecting all of that to happen. It was just a lot. It was too much. It was doing the most. I need to find somebody who's going to be great at installs, because that just wasn't it, unfortunately. And I actually felt like I did my research and went around my area, but apparently not enough. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you think it's a decent install, if you think it looks like shit. What are your favorite human hair websites to go off of? What are your least favorite? And I will take everything that I'm seeing into consideration, because you know I need to. I don't want to like fry out what I have. But thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.